Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. Alright, so I am going to start The Bright Side of Going Dark. In this one, we have a media influencer, Mia, who is tired of being an influencer, basically, and being attached to her phone and that kind of thing. So she is going to throw her phone over a cliff and just enjoy life without documenting it, I guess. And then we have another character, Paige, who, when Mia goes dark, she, I guess, hacks into Mia's account and continues posting as Mia. So I'm assuming something is going to go wrong, but we're gonna start here and see how things go, just a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna start this one. I actually started it last night, but the debates were coming on, so I wasn't really paying as much attention as I should have to the book. And so I'm gonna restart this morning, just so that I make sure I know what's going on. But I'm gonna get some coffee and I will check in later. Alright, so I don't know exactly how far into The Bright Side of Going Dark I am. I have just finished part 1 though, and thought this is a great time to stop or pause and give you guys an update. So in this, we have a big time social media influencer who decides that she would rather take a break from social media. Not entirely her first thought through all of this, but she realizes how much her life has revolved around social media and acting a certain, or presenting herself a certain way, and that she's not really been living in the moment. She's been living for social media. And so she takes this break, and in the midst of this, our other main character, Paige, works for the social media platform. Her job is to basically look through all the posts that have been flagged, posts, comments, pictures that have been flagged, and determine if what has been flagged is something that should actually be flagged, or if it's just something like where the program has picked something up that supposedly is a trigger word, but not necessarily a real issue. You know, sometimes, you know, we'll make a comment and or being sarcastic or whatever. So her job is to kind of look at these nuances of things. And through this position, she finds out that her half-sister has attempted suicide. And she is safe, but she decides to use Mia, our social influencer who's taking the break, she's going to use her platform to help her sister. And through basically like ghost posting is I think what the term that they use. She's being a ghostwriter for this social media person. At least that's how her sister is understanding it, not realizing that Paige has really hacked this social media account when the social media influencer went dark. But through this, we kind of... It's really neat because you have two characters who live very different lives and can't understand how the other lives, basically. Kind of like, you know, the prince and the pauper, or the princess and the pauper. Where you have each other thinking the other's life is better, or more desirable than the other, and realizing that each of us have our own battles. You know, it's the kind of that analogy of the plate. You know, each of us have a plate, but some of our plates may be a saucer, or some of our plates may be a soggy paper plate. And so we have to be careful not to judge others. Or at least that's the main message I'm getting from it now. Like I said, I just finished part 1, so we'll see how part 2 goes. And I may change my mind on that kind of moral of the story. But I'm having a great time with it. It's been nice to just kind of kick back and listen. I did some housework earlier while listening, downstairs housework. And I should come up here and do some housework in the office, but I don't know that I want to do that right now. But I will check in later. Before bed last night, I did finish The Bright Side of Going Dark. Very cute book overall. There are a lot of heavy topics in here. I bawled my eyes out at one point. Throughout the book, you know that Mia has lost her dog Mike, and everything is fine. Like, it's all past tense. But she does kind of have a flashback to losing him, and so you actually see the dog's death on the page. Really heartbreaking for me. Also, suicide, depression are in this, but overall, I think it was a good book, and it has a really great message of moderation, especially with technology, which was a lot of fun to see on the page. So, enjoyed it. I'm probably going to give it 4.25 stars. I really enjoyed it, but it doesn't quite hit the same as some of my 4.5 and above books, but not as bad as some of the others that I've read this month. Up next, I am going to do Helena Hunting's When Sparks Fly. In this one, we have Avery Spark. Life is great for her until she gets in an accident and needs someone to help care for her as she heals. And of course, the person who helps her is a person who somehow feels at fault for this accident, and so he's going to help her out. This is a romance, so It's going to have a lot of fluffy in there, but it also looks like it's going to have some heavy stuff in it as well. But after the bright side of going dark, I don't think this one's going to make me cry like the bright side of going dark did. But it all is going to depend on what happens in the book. There are no animals on the cover, so I'm not worried about pets dying in it. So we'll see how it goes, and I will let you know. I am now about a third of the way through when sparks fly. In this so far, the accident has happened, and we know why Declan feels responsible. And kind of in a way, he is a little bit. But our main character, Avery, has good arguments as well as how it's not completely Declan's fault, and that it could have happened if he were in the car where he was supposed to be. There is in this parental death, but it's not on the page. It's just mentioned and somewhat is there to explain Avery's dislike of driving in the rain. And again, you have like the grandfather's death mentioned, but he was older. It sounds like he died of natural causes. It's not really a big point to it, but depending on where you're at in life, that may not be something you want to read. So far, there are a lot of kind of light banter between the two. Avery and Declan are roommates and have been roommates since like college. They were on the same soccer team, and kind of have bonded over soccer, over sports. And Avery kind of connects more with guys than girls just because of where her likes line up. She does like sports. She does, she's happy to sit on the couch and watch ESPN or go to the sports bar. Whereas most of the female characters in this book are very prissy and don't want to do that kind of thing. But Avery is in a pretty bad position from this accident, and Declan is having to help her a lot, and we have some of these moments of uncomfortableness that's going to come with that when you have someone have to step into a more intimate position than they were in. Overall, I'm enjoying this, but I think it's going to be like a 3.75, 4-star book. It's nothing spectacular, but it is cute. It definitely has those light and fluffy feels. So if that's something that you're looking for, When Sparks Fly is probably a good pick, at least at the point where I'm at right now. So, with all of that being said, though, it is nearly 11 o'clock. So I'm going to get ready for bed because I have a dentist appointment in the morning. So, I will check in tomorrow. Alright, so I am at the dentist this morning. I've got to get a realignment on my teeth and all that fun stuff that comes with having temporary dentures. But hopefully this will mean that I can eat normal food or chew some of my food, because I am getting really, really tired of just mashed potatoes and other things that I can just swallow. So I'm going to go in, get these set up, and I will be able to read while I'm waiting too. So I will update you guys soon. Alright, so it's actually the next day. It's Tuesday night. And I really had high hopes for Monday, and I got the comfort lining put in my top dentures, and it changed a lot. Almost like as soon as she put it in. My teeth feel great now, other than a canker sore, which comes with the process. But I also had a lot of frustration because without having, like, it no longer hurts to bite down, but the way that the dentures are, they don't bite the same as your natural teeth. They aren't as grindy and things. And so I got kind of pouty yesterday because I really thought without being in pain that I'd be able to go back to eating like normal. And that is not what happened. But in my poutiness, I decided to take it and be constructive with it. We saw one of those memes that have the number of cats you should have based on your birth month. And my mother-in-law has 2 cats, and when she moved in, that brought us to a total of 3 cats in the house, which is a lot of cats in the house, along with 2 dogs and a lizard and 4 people. But she keeps saying she needs another cat. She needs another cat. When we saw this birth month thing, it said for hers that she should have 25 cats. We have done our best to veto that because we really don't have room in our current house for 22 more animals. I'm pretty sure if we had 22 more animals in our house, the city would come and shut us down. But I found a really cute amigurumi pattern for little stuffed cats. So I have to talk to my husband, and we thought it would be fun for me to crochet 23 of these cats, and as I get them done, to hide them in her room, or around the house when we run out of hiding places in her room, and just kind of see how far we can go with it. So I've got one done. This is the little gray tabby. He turned out super cute, and I am currently working on the tuxedo cat. So lots of fun being had around here with that, and I am excited to start hiding these. To update from my book, I am now at 2/3 of the way through, and I am really enjoying it. We have definitely hit the spice in it, and I'm waiting for the fallout. Due to the circumstances in the book, I don't see there not being that 3rd scene breakup. So I'm a 3rd act breakup. So I'm waiting for that and waiting to see how it's going to fall apart. But I'm going to go down and finish Tuxedo Cat and finish the 3rd Harry Potter movie I'm watching while I'm doing this, Prisoner of Azkaban. And then I will have time to read tonight, and I will show you guys Tuxedo Cat in a little while. finished When Sparks Fly. This is a cute one. There are some funny moments, but it's very spicy as well. So it's one that I'm glad I read, but I didn't have a big difference between it and the other book I read, which I'm drawing a blank on. Whereas this one was supposed to be a real, I don't know. I guess because I saw on Storygraph that it was a romantic comedy, I thought it was going to be funnier than it was. And so maybe I put my aspirations too high for it. But I did enjoy it. I had a great time. There are a lot of kind of serious topics that are dealt with in this that I was a little surprised about. You know, family trauma and how we deal with relationships. But overall, had a great time. I'm probably going to give it 4 stars. It was not spectacular, but I had a good time. So, When Sparks Fly. If you like Helena Hunting and her books a lot, then you probably will enjoy this one as well. I'm trying to look. I guess I haven't read any of hers before. But I hear her name all the time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I did enjoy her little author's bio, that she prefers to be in warm weather. I definitely can understand that, especially in the cold months. But right now I'm sitting here I am hiding inside because we have been dealing with 90+ degree weather almost for 3 weeks now. So I'm definitely down for some cooler weather. But I'm going to go on ahead and end this vlog here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.